Welcome to Previously On, a podcast series created to help you through some of the most complex yet brilliant television ever made. Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 1, The North Remembers. King Joffrey is watching men fight to the death. When one night Sir Dontas Hollard arrives too drunk to do battle, he orders him drowned in wine. Sansa Stark, his intended, persuades Joffrey to spare his life, and he is instead made his personal fool. Sir Dontas thanks Sansa for saving him. In the small council chamber, a white raven, larger than the average black ones, has been sent to announce that summer is at an end and winter is coming. Queen Cersei is enraged when her brother Tyrion arrives to announce their father has sent him to be Hand of the King. He points out to Cersei that she might need his help, for they are losing the war with Robb Stark. As Bran sleeps, he again sees through the eyes of his direwolf. Above the direwolf, a huge red comet is glowing in the sky. When he wakes up, the wildling Osha tells him that a red comet can only mean one thing: dragons. Daenerys' tiny group of Dothraki soldiers are marching through a dry wasteland. She tries to feed her baby dragons on meat, but they refuse it. Horses and people are dying of exposure, so Daenerys sends her few remaining riders to scout out for shelter. Beyond the wall, the Night's Watch is staying with the wildling Craster, and are told to avoid Craster's wives, who are also his daughters, as you do. Craster claims not to have seen the lost Benjen Stark in years, but he does reveal Mance Rayder, the king beyond the wall, is marching south with his wildlings. On the bleak island of Dragonstone, a red priestess called Melisandre is burning the statues of gods in front of Lord Stannis Baratheon, Robert Baratheon's brother and the actual rightful heir to the Iron Throne. The maester of the castle pleads with her to stop, but is ignored, and Stannis draws a sword from the flames he has promised will help him conquer all of Westeros. The maester pleads to Davos Seaworth, Stannis' most loyal servant, but can't convince him to intervene. At a meeting with Stannis and Melisandre, the maester attempts to poison the witch, but she uses magic to switch the cups of wine, and the maester himself falls. Robb Stark, the king in the north, visits Jaime Lannister in his prison. He tells the Kingslayer that Lord Stannis has sent letters to the whole realm, revealing the truth about the incest between him and Cersei. In the capital, Tyrion meets with Shae, the prostitute he's fallen in love with. He reminds her that she must be careful, no one can know she's with him, or her life will be in danger. Robb sends his demands to the Lannisters. His sisters are to be freed, the body of his father Ned returned, and Joffrey is to renounce his claim on the north. His mother Catelyn is appalled as these demands will never be met, and her daughters are at the mercy of the Lannisters. Robb sends her to negotiate with Lord Renly Baratheon, who has also declared himself king. It's getting a bit busy, isn't it? And he's raised an army of 100,000 men. Robb also sends Theon Greyjoy back to the Iron Islands to try and get his family on side. The prostitute Ros is in Littlefinger's brothel when members of the Gold Cloaks, the guards of King's Landing, burst in. In front of a horrified mother, they slaughter a baby, and it becomes clear that Joffrey, to ensure he has no rivals, has ordered the deaths of all King Robert Baratheon's bastard children. Thanks for listening. Hope it's been helpful. Listen, if you've enjoyed this, I would love it if you subscribed. We've got loads more shows where this came from, and we'd love you to join us for them. If you know someone who needs to get up to speed with Thrones, just send them our way. A 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts from would also be absolutely fantastic. If you've got any feedback, have I pronounced a name wrong? I hope I haven't. Or ideas for a show that we should be covering. We'll almost certainly be doing the big ones, but you never know. There may be others that we've missed. Let us know. I'd love to hear from you over on Twitter. You can find us at Previous Podcast, or just email us hello@previouslyon.co.uk. Previously On is presented by Jamie East and is a Daft Doris production.